Have you ever bought a product or experienced a process that you thought could be drastically improved? If so, this video is for you. I'm going to go through how to use a journey map to empathize with the user and improve a process or an experience. My name's Scylla Richards and I work for Bright Red Triangle at Edinburgh Napier University. You can visit our website at brightredtriangle.co.uk or visit us on social media at BrightRTriangle to find out more about what we do. But I'll jump right in and tell you a bit about journey mapping. A journey map is a way to systematically think about a process or experience. It helps you build empathy for the person that's going through that process or experience, and it has a view to help you identify areas for improvement. So how do you use a journey map? Well, firstly, you need to figure out what the experience or process is and dig into the details. To do this, you can either observe the experience or interview people who have been through the experience or process themselves. Ideally, you'll do both. So other than that, you then need to visualize the process or experience. You can do this by drawing diagrams or pictures, but don't worry, I'll give you an example now. The example I'm going to use is of someone going to the cinema. I'll just make this screen bigger for you so you can see it better. First, we're going to observe someone going to the cinema and the process involved. We've identified our user. Let's call her Mary. Now, for this to work properly, we need to think about the process from the very beginning until the very end. So the first step is thinking about Mary's decision making. Once Mary makes the decision to go to the cinema, she then uses her phone to look at the options she has for films and cinemas. She then makes a decision on which cinema and film to go and see. And lastly, she buys herself a ticket online. In this particular experience, the next step is her travel to the cinema. Mary decides to take the bus. Before going and taking her seat in the theatre itself, she also lines up to buy herself some drink and popcorn. And then, of course, she walks into the theatre and takes a seat. From an observational perspective, the next step in this process for Mary is actually just watching the film. That is the experience part of the process. And then at the end, we observe that Mary leaves the cinema and takes the bus back home. So that is what we can observe from watching Mary's experience of going to the cinema. But for this to work really well, we should have a conversation with Mary and ask her about the process and her experience. So we do, and in our conversation, we find more information that highlights how she's found the experience to be. Such as, in the decision-making process, she wonders if there's a cinema that's closer to her than the one that she went to. When she's standing in line to buy popcorn and a drink, she finds it tedious, it's a long line, and she doesn't know why it's taking so long. And then when she goes into the theatre, she's looking for her friend, but has trouble finding them because it's so dark and all the lights are out. By talking to Mary, we find out that once the film actually starts, she feels relaxed and happy. On her way home, however, she wonders how long it's going to take because it's late and she really needs to get to bed. So by completing this journey map for Mary, we've gained a greater understanding of the experience as a whole, and it's allowed us to identify areas that could potentially be improved in that journey, such as maybe the lights being out when she entered the cinema to meet her friend, or that the line was long when she went to buy a drink and popcorn. Maybe they could have more people serving more customers. This is a very simplistic example of a journey map, but it should give you a good idea about how one can be used to improve an experience. Once you've completed the journey map, this should allow you to better identify areas for improvement throughout the process or experience. I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions at all, you can get in touch with us at info@brightredtriangle.co.uk. Also, you can follow us on social media at Bright R Triangle. I hope this has helped, and we'll speak to you soon.